Hey everybody, what's up? So, growing up, as I got to an older age, I started really getting into science fiction, fantasy, and young adult novels really didn't appeal to me. Until high school, there was only one book that actually was something worth reading, and that is Gillian Crosses A Map of Nowhere. Basically, A Map of Nowhere is this kid, Nick, decides he wants to join his brother's gang. And one day he finds this information that looks like a role playing game. Turns out that a kid in his school by the name of Joseph, whose family owns this shop and everybody lives in it, and they have a big family, live out in the marsh. And he talks to Joseph about the paper he found, and he kind of plays like this role playing game, but more like a homebrew. If you don't know what homebrew is, more like somebody creates this world and they expand on it. And so Nick becomes friends with Joseph, and meanwhile his brother's like, get the layout of the store, find out all this stuff, which he's kind of doing. But he questions his loyalty to not only the gang but Joseph. And Joseph's sister Ruth is the DM. There is some biblical, if it's not your thing, um, connotation to certain things in the book, but overall it is really good. And I love this. If you play with fire, you might get burnt, because fire does, in a way, have some symbolism to the book. I don't want to give a lot of information away. How he gets involved with this friendship. Ruth kind of has a way of doing things that, especially in the game, it's almost like she knows something's up because she doesn't, it's almost like, why would this kid who's a townie, all of a sudden would become friends with my brother? And we live out in the middle of nowhere. We have several siblings. We don't have a lot of money. So there is that question. And I think Ruth really plays it out as the DM. And Nick's getting involved with it, especially how he starts to see them, kind of changes his opinion. Is it worth reading, especially as a young adult novel? Yeah, I would say so. It came out in '88. So there are different things that people, would look at a little bit differently, even in today's standards. But I really think that overall, it does have lessons that can be learned, not only, back then, but even today's standards about loyalty, how we choose to live our lives. Like I said, it's a young adult novel, not something I would get into, but I would really, really recommend this one. I think it was about 90, somewhere between 94, 95, and 96. I don't remember when I read it. Several years later, I actually was thinking about it. I'm like, what is the name of that? I remember the name of the book, but I can't remember the author. So I went through this hunt on Amazon, eBay, found it on eBay, ordered it, read it a few times because it was a book, because it's a book that I enjoyed. I kept my copy. So I've had this copy for about, this is 2021. I've had it for about 15 years, give or take. Um, so yeah, I read it every now and then. It's one of those books. So if you have a chance, I would recommend, like I said, I recommend checking it out. I know this is short, but it's a short book. It is about, what is it? 180, 180 pages. So it only takes me, like, I'm a speed reader, so about 2.5 hours, if that. Um, Let me see here. Yeah, it's Ethan, but go ahead and check it out if you want. If you can find the digital version, great. If you can find online somewhere, if you have young kids even who are readers, I might recommend it for them and you, because it's just one of those books I think everyone can read. So I'll stop talking now because I don't have anything more to say without giving a lot away. That's it, everybody. I'll talk to y'all later. Take care. Bye.